Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noel Gondi, and I'm an aspiring MCA candidate under the UDA party for Nairobi West Ward. It is an honor to speak to all of you today because it's a journey that started a while back, years back, and we want to thank God that finally things are taking shape. Just to give you a brief of how this journey started, because it was a very funny story. Nairobi West Ward is one of the wards that many people see or look at it as a ward and just in quotes, Yamababi. And it came about that we have a playing ground, or rather a field, which was being, people wanted to grab it. So being the kind of person I am, I'm very vocal, and for me, if something is wrong, we have to say it is wrong. So because all this happened, it is when I came up and just to defend that field together with my neighbors and peers. And what happened is that we started to realize that we needed a voice so that we could have our things done in a certain way. This voice would not necessarily be in parliament, so we said, okay, we can start from somewhere. Then we decided, why not start at the county assembly? So we said, one of us at least needs to vie for the MCA post. So when people were talking, it ended up being me, though many people wanted that position. So what I can say is that Nairobi West Ward, over the last 3 elections, has been represented by someone who does not come from the ward, who does not even know what Nairobi West Ward deserves. There's no way you can represent people, or rather a place whereby you don't even live, since you wouldn't know what to do, how to do it, or what the people need at that particular time. So me being born and bred kijana wa mtaa from Nairobi West Ward, I said that it is now time for Nairobi West to lead itself. And in April 14th, we had nominations, UDA nominations, and we were 6 people, and I managed to be the winner and carry the flag of the UDA party and to vie for Nairobi West Ward MCA seat. This is a challenge that I take with utmost pleasure, because I know that this is our time and I will not let you down as my people. There are several things I would like done in Nairobi West Ward. So, like I said, I was born and bred in Nairobi West, but the funny thing is that I schooled in Kongoni Primary School, which is in South Sea Ward, not even in Nairobi West Ward. What am I trying to say with this? Is that Nairobi West Ward, the only primary school we have is Madaraka Primary, which now, since it's only one, you find that there was people were crowding that school. So it means that we need to do something, because we have a big population around Nairobi West Ward. So with only one school, one primary school, it is difficult for parents around the area to even take their schools to schools within the area. So one and part of my plan is to ensure, one, there's another school, public primary school within the area. We have a lot of space. We have earmarked 1 or 2 places, which when done correctly, and I know mostly education is something that is done mostly by the CDF, which is to do with the MP. But through donors, through public participation, and through financing, and even through people, good or well-wishers, we can be able to come up with these schools. Thanks to the Member of Parliament of Langata, Generali Korir, who at least now Madaraka Primary School is in a good state. And we hope that now when I get into power, we will be able to get one more school and also to continue ensuring Madaraka Primary School is in a good place. The other thing is when it comes to health matters. Nairobi West is a big ward, a ward whereby it consists of Nairobi West, Madaraka, and it's a big one. But funny thing, we do not even have any health center around. So this is something that gave me a challenge because as I said earlier on when I started talking, is that people think that Nairobi West ni ya mababi. So once you get sick, the only place you go is Nairobi West Hospital or maybe Meridian. But trust me, we need a public dispensary or actually a health center. And there's one thing that I think many people do not know, or maybe it's not clear to everyone. All these public institutions, especially the health centers, they are the best when it comes to small things like when you give birth, the polio vaccines, the small things, they are actually better in a public health facility than the private hospitals. So in Nairobi West, we don't have any public hospital or actually a public dispensary. This is something that I would really want to change and to ensure that it is done. We have a public nursery school in Nairobi West next to Uchumi, those who know Nairobi West, and there's a lot of space there. We can get something, even if it's not big, we can definitely get some space to be able to ensure that this place is sorted and we can get a health facility. My other thing comes to do with the youth. Unfortunately, Nairobi West Ward has a big number of youths, and most of the youths you find that are unemployed. They're not unemployed because they don't want to work or they're lazy. No, it's only because at times, even luck plays a big role. You find that many youths are not working because there are no opportunities, because there are no structures. So under the Ministry of ICT, we can be able to get even youth resource center, whereby they come, and the youth resource center, there's a state corporation under the Ministry of ICT which can provide this, and this is our right. It just needs, one, the right person in power, that is the MCA. Two, it needs the goodwill of the residents or of the people of Nairobi West. Then this one, once you have a youth resource center, they will equip you with all the necessary machines in terms of computers, in terms of what is needed for people to work. And when this is done, you will be able to get people through the same state corporation under the Ministry of ICT. You will be able to get people who will educate you, who will teach you and leave you with certificates that once they finish, if it's a period of 1 or 2 years, once they finish, they will be able to give you certificates which you can use to even get or secure jobs. This is something that is really in my heart because I am also a youth. I've been through unemployment. I've been through all the struggles of a youth. I've been through all the problems of a youth. And this is something that I would really love rectified. And I will ensure I do it to the best of my ability. The other point is the thing I love Nairobi West about is that I think it is the safest area you can ever get in Nairobi. But this is because Nairobi West is a business hub, a big business hub that you find that there are so many businessmen around Nairobi West, which is a good thing because the place is growing. And where there are business people, there are so many opportunities for people around. So this is something that I want to actually ensure it continues even to a high level. How can I ensure that? The only way I can ensure that is, one, ensure protection of the business community, which is something that I will ensure I do. The protection from unscrupulous county government officials, and also just from people who would like to milk something out of the innocent residents and the business community. The other thing is that because it's a business hub, we find people coming from many areas to do business in Nairobi West, which is good. But it hurts me that some of them actually, they're very good because, you know, I've been there for long, so we are even friends. So you find that they really suffer. When you look at people from the garage, for example, when you look at the people who are selling food around the area, when you look at the hawkers, they do a lot of work, but they don't even have a public toilet where they can help themselves. I know you are laughing because it looks like a small thing. Yes, we don't have. So this is something that needs to be done immediately. And this one, I promise to do it within the first 100 days in office, because there's no way people can be there to assist you. They will be selling to you food. They'll be doing that. They don't even have a public toilet to go to. The other thing I would like to add is that Nairobi West has 2 grounds which we are lucky to have. One is in Madaraka, we call it Spain. The second one is in Nairobi West, it's called Bombay. These are grounds whereby children play. We also play. Personally, I also still play at Bombay, but these fields are in a deplorable state. The thing I will ensure I do is to make sure those grounds are well taken care of. One, not by only putting turf, which is famous, but by ensuring even if it's grass or anything. But I would prefer grass, because once we do that, it will mean we have to continue looking after it or making sure it is well kept, which it will still provide or bring employment to 1 or 2 people who will be looking after it. So this is part of my plan and what I think of doing. Nairobi West Ward is a place whereby some roads have been the same for all that time I've been in West, which is a shame, because we have representation in county government, and we have people who are supposed to do it, and now we have the county governments, so things have improved. But we have like a certain road. Let me give an example. There's a road called Sumba Road. This road, once it rains, then it is hell on earth. And this is something that I wish, and I will ensure that I first tackle the drainage problem. Then after that is whereby the roads will be made. Because even the residents of Sumba Road deserve some decency. This is something that we've always done. I'm lucky our party structure, our UDA party structure, has given us means to express our ways, to say all we are facing, all our problems, and through our able incoming governor, Sakaja, we've been able, personally I've been able to channel all the problems of Nairobi West, and by mid of this month there will be a meeting to ensure that this is incorporated in the manifesto of the governor, so that immediately he takes over and I take over, these are things that will have been planned earlier on. So my people, it is a long journey that will require your prayers, your support. And first I would like to thank each and every one of you for the big support you've given me. And it's just to say that we have 60 days coming to elections. And when it comes to the day of the elections, there are several questions you need to ask yourself. One, do I know the person that I'm voting for? Two, there's something that really makes me wonder. I see people fighting because of one presidential candidate or the other, which is normal. We are humans. But I wish people could know that the most important seat in our lives is the MCA seat. One, because it is the MCA whom you will access when services are not being provided. It is the MCA that you will access when you need quick support. It is the MCA that you will access when your child cannot even go to school because you're not able to pay that school fees because of bursary. It is the MCA that you will access if things are not going your way. I'm not trying to say that the presidency or the other functions are not important, but the most important is the MCA post. So when you're going there to vote, ask yourself this: do I know the character of the person I will vote for as the MCA? I'm sure many people will talk to you, many people will approach you, many people will try to convince you so that you can be able to vote for them. But these are the things that you need to put on the table. You say you have CAN on the table and you have 1, 2, 3, then have a checklist. You say, I would like my MCA to do this. I would like my MCA to have this character. I would like my MCA to be this and this. Tick the boxes. I am sure I will tick all the preferred boxes. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my plea, that kindly consider me as your next MCA. I will not let you down. I will ensure all that I've said is done and all that I've said is achieved. And the last thing I would like to say is that we started this journey a while back, and it's not been easy, but we would like everyone on board. We might have differed, especially politically. We might have differed even during nominations. We might have differed in every different way. But we should not forget the end goal, and we should not forget what we want to achieve. Join me and my team in ensuring that this seat is captured by Noel Gondi. May God bless each and every one of you, and I'm sure you have so many questions, and I will be answering them in different forums. We will be meeting, and I will be able to tell you more. And I can be reached on 0721 540 291. You can always reach me so that we can have conversations, so that we can see how we will make that place a better place. Before I finish, I've been having so many events, or rather things that I'm planning or things that I'm organizing. There's one that is coming up on 30th of June. It is a football tournament. It is a football tournament that will be played for 4 days, from 30th of June to 3rd of July. It will be at Bombay grounds. And I would like to request each and every one of you, you can check it on my Facebook page. It was well advertised. Bring all your teams, we come, we play. But as we play, we will be focusing on the agenda, or rather the Nairobi West agenda, on what next for Nairobi West in terms of youth, in terms of sporting culture. Because nowadays, the good thing is that people are making a living out of some small things. You might think, this is a small job, or this is something that does not make sense. But as our party slogan is, kazi ni kazi. We do not discriminate. You can be a football player. You can be a football coach. You can actually be someone who is a groundsman, someone who takes care of those grounds. You will still earn a living. And that is what I want us to do. Because many jobs, or many white-collar jobs now, you can find that they are very occupied. There are so many people who are occupying them. But these are the things that can be accessed through sporting culture. There are not so many people who are doing them. Come, join me and my team during that time. We will have fun. We will have very many big guests from various political groups, just to be able to tell you our plan as UDA for Nairobi, and my plan as CAN for Nairobi West Ward MCA seat. These small things might actually make, we are now bringing up kids who are very, very bright. Kids who, after 2 years, they know how to operate phones. They know how things are done, what to do. So there are so many things they're getting themselves into that if we had sports, it would kind of distract people to be able to do the right things at the right time. So join me during that time. Then I will also have many events that I'm planning, like mid-July, we have big talent search in Nairobi West, whereby we will have my friends who are supporting me, big artists, who will come to ensure at least we get 2 or 3 people who will be assisted in nurturing their talents. We have singers, we have acrobats. Actually, recently I was around Nairobi West area and I saw some small kids outside one of the pubs. Yes, it's bad, it's one of the pubs, but they were trying to showcase their talent for acrobats. That's what we want. That is something that we need to ensure everyone is catered for in this piece of cake. So I want an all-inclusive Nairobi West ward, people from Madaraka, people from Nairobi West, people who are focused, and once we work together, we will be able to achieve much. And before I finish, there are so many people who've had some threats by the other parts of, or the other quarters, or the other people who are vying. These are business people. They were told that, oh, you know, once we take over, we will ensure this place is clean, this place is made in such a way that you guys will have to move. No, I'm telling my business people, no, this is not what we do. We need to ensure, and this is something I actually sat down with the governor, incoming Governor Sakaja, when he came to Nairobi West, and we said that these people who are doing their jobs, or they're trying to earn a living, they're honest earning a living. We want to ensure that they are protected. We want to ensure that their places are well structured, because even in there's a field that was I wouldn't say grabbed, but it was unfairly taken, which was supposed to be a soko or a market. This is something that we've earmarked it. Once we get it, we need to ensure that place is brought to its rightful owners, because yes, everyone needs to earn a living, and this market will employ so many people, more than 100 people. When you employ 100 people, that is how many families you can do that head count. So these are things that I will ensure I protect all the business people, and we do it in a well structured and organized way. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You have my number. We can chat more there, and I hope and I'm sure I will not let you down, and I will bring this seat. Come 10th of August, your new MCA will be none other than Noel Gondi. Asanteni sana.